It's 1 minute till showtime.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. And now, on with the show.
Whoa. I'm not ready. I'm never ready. Where are my headphones? Hi, everybody. Do they work? No, I gotta fix that. Hang on. Here we go. Yes? No? Yes! There we are. Good evening, everybody. My name is Jim. This is More Sunshine, Please. A Tuesday evening live stream. We just hang out, play games, whatever. Coming up on the show, I've got some coffee to drink. We're going to play a game. I've got a top 15 list. Before we do any of that, I like to celebrate the first 3 people that entered the chat today. At least the ones that weren't wiped away by the powers that be at YouTube. So there it is. All right. Let's see. My chat may differ from yours. But according to me, in my screen, 4:27 p.m. Donna Jaworski, congratulations on your gold. Mr. Fulton Raz is our silver medalist, and R. Johns is our bronze medalist. 4:27 p.m., 4:39 p.m., and 5:01 p.m. That's different, huh? Well, thank you for timing it out. However you do it, I don't know, but congratulations on your medals, everybody. Laura was 3rd at 5:10. Probably didn't expect to be 4th, but you were, and congratulations. Jamie's also here. Hello, everybody. Paul, hello to you. Mark is also here. Mar in Memphis, always a pleasure. And Noah, hello to you. Thank you for being here. Dean. I've been enjoying Dean's live streams on Thursday, counting down the cartoons and the movie trivia, which I gotta say, last Thursday I nailed it. It was a lucky shot in the dark, but it was an educated guess. It was an informed guess, I guess. Oh well. Thanks for being here, Dean. D&G Explorers, how exciting. How are you guys? Busy, no doubt. Matthew and Lauren Vlogs. We're driving but listening to a soccer match. Are you playing? No, you're probably watching. If you were playing, maybe you were... I don't know. Anyway, either way, have fun. Going through. John, welcome in. Thanks, everybody, for being here, hanging out. Hope you have fun with me this evening. First things first, if you saw my thumbnail, you know that it's National, I don't even remember what it is, National Teacher Appreciation Day or something. Here's the funny thing about that. Before I continue, let me welcome in Michelle the Quilter. Hello to you. Movie Mania Nick. Welcome into you as well. Nick, our top 15 list tonight has a movie theme to it. Where was I now? Oh, funny thing about Teacher Appreciation Week or Day is it usually takes place in May. The day itself, I guess there's a day, and that's today. And I'm not sure if it's May 7th every month. I don't think it is. I think it might be the first Tuesday of every month. I'm not sure. Or not every month. The first Tuesday in May, maybe. That's what I meant to say. Anyway, I'm a teacher. Where I work, we celebrated Teacher Appreciation Week last week. I think the week before, the school where my kids go to and went, depending on the kid, they celebrated it the week before my school did. So I don't know if there's an official Teacher Appreciation Week, but I know that. I caught myself. Anyway, today's the day, I guess. So my top 15 list will be about teachers in movies. I did that last year. This is a little different. Last year I had help, and this year I came up with this one. Anyway, what else is going on in my life? Oh, I know this. About a week ago, maybe longer, we heard the beep that occurs when a battery is low in your smoke detectors. You know, it's a chirp that lets you know, hey, you might want to change the battery in this. Which I'm glad those things do that. It's important to keep those batteries fresh. However, the last time I changed the batteries in those things, and you're supposed to do it every 6 months, the last time I did that, I made a little note on the back of each unit. On the back of this is one of our smoke detectors, and it goes on the ceiling. And out of a little sticky note, I made a note to myself, there it is, that I had changed that battery about 2 months ago. So, what's going on? And I couldn't not tend to this. The chirp is so loud. And normally it happens in the middle of the night. So, and this, we have a 2-story home. This was happening on a smoke detector upstairs. And we have 3 of them up there, and I wasn't sure which one it was. So I took them all down. But this is a common problem with these things, that chirping. And if you have high ceilings, you got to get the ladder out and take care of this. These are hardwired. There's also a battery backup in these, so changing the battery still important, even though it's hardwired, though I don't know why. Anyway, maybe a year ago, we were looking for a better solution for these things. And I had seen that there are smoke detectors that have 10-year batteries. And I thought, oh, that's fantastic. They sell them at Costco. Maybe that's our solution. So we looked into it further, and it's not the solution. Apparently, those 10-year batteries don't last 2 years, but 2 years. Anyway, what was I saying? I just lost my train of thought. Anyway, the 10-year battery units and you can't change them. So once 10 years is up, you have to replace the whole unit. But that might be worth it. But it turns out those smoke detectors aren't all they're cracked up to be. So, what's this? Carbon. No, it wasn't a carbon monoxide. I don't know what an alarm is, but I'm kidding. More on a carbon monoxide detector in just a second. What's this? Is there a huge announcement? Hearing back from America's Got Talent. Oh, best of luck to you. That's very cool. Don't even think of going back to sleep. Go to the store and get a 9-volt battery. That's the thing, too. That's right. I like that. That's exactly what that's all about. PTV, welcome in. So anyway, my wife did some research. Certainly there's got to be Wi-Fi enabled smoke detectors out there that are worth something. Turns out we think we found something. So we bought one. We bought one of these things. It's a company called X-Sense, and it's a smaller unit. It's about half the size of this. And we installed it upstairs, and there is an app that connects it, and if it happens to go off, you can turn it off on the app. You don't have to get the ladder out. You don't have to go upstairs. You don't have to do anything. We're pretty excited about that. So we got one just to try it out to see, is it cheap? Is it whatever? It's made of plastic, as they all are, but it appeared to be well made, and the reviews were good. So we were happy with it. So we got this. We got this bigger package of 5. Now we have 6 smoke detectors, so this is perfect. This is X-Sense is the name of the company. I'm not getting paid by them or anything. I don't have an affiliate link. But there's a base here. I haven't even opened this box. We just got this yesterday. And we've been out and about, so I haven't been able to look at it closer. But that's what the units look like. They're about half the size of this. And so we can't replace that where it is on the ceiling. We can't replace our old unit. Instead, we have. I'll be putting these next to those old units until I can think of a solution to. I probably won't. I'll probably just leave it up on the ceiling. It's not hurting anything. Anyway, so it comes with this base, and together these. When one goes off, they all go off, and so they'll talk to each other. There's also a carbon monoxide detector that we can add. We did get it. It's in the house. So we'll be adding that. Well, we just got one. Just to get one, we'll put it near the door that leads out to our garage, I suppose. Also, there is, we got this. We got a bunch of stuff, didn't we? Smart thermometer and hydrometer. So it should, we'll put this in the laundry room. I don't know. Or upstairs, maybe upstairs. And that'll read, maybe this will act like a heat sensor. You know what I mean? Well, it's a thermometer, so yeah, it will. And hydrometer, I guess it'll measure water. I don't know. That wasn't my purchase. I'm going to look into that. So all of these things, the carbon monoxide detector, the thermometer, hydrometer, the smoke alarms, they will all be connected and controlled through the app, which is the X-Sense app. And I'll just show you my phone. I told you we hooked up one so far, so that's the one. We put it in the boys' room upstairs. And if I tap that. There's a bunch of controls. There we go. Things you can turn off and on. And there's our Wi-Fi network. So, if anybody's in the neighborhood. Anyway, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. I'm not sure about putting two smoke detectors side by side. Well, only one will be functioning. Rachel, welcome in. We did that with our thermostats, though. We went from old school thermostats to Wi-Fi thermostats, and we still have the old thermostats underneath our new ones on the wall. Do you know what I mean? So when we get to it, perhaps we can replace the drywall. I don't know. We're just happy to have these things, and hopefully they'll work out. And if it chirps in the middle of the night from my bed, I can stop the chirping until the morning. So pretty excited about that. Again, the company is X-Sense, and that pack of 5 I think was about $99, and they are battery operated. It comes with a 3-volt battery, which looks like a short, stubby AA, maybe a little thicker. But yeah, we're excited. I'll let you know. I'll let you know about that. I've been doing a lot of talking, and I'm parched. And, well, of course, now it's time for coffee.
Great coffee is easy, Mrs. Olson.
Coffee's for closers only.
I set high standards for myself. I set high standards for my coffee.
Fix you up, calms you down. It's the lifeblood that drives the dreams of champions.
Am I back? I changed. I clicked off the tab for StreamYard. I couldn't tell. Well, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, Jim. Special thank you to Donna Jaworski for today's coffee. And I think this is the final one of the varieties that she sent us most recently. And I think this is a Turkish coffee. There was one envelope of this in there. Can I show you? Yes, here it is. It says Turk on there, so I'm guessing it's Turkish coffee. But I'm very excited about this. That's just a picture of it. But I did brew it right before, maybe 2 minutes before the live stream here. So here it is, of course, in the Orlando Guy mug. Coffee tastes 38% better in this mug. To get your own, click on the link in the description below. I like it. That's good. I was thinking it would be more a stronger roast, but this is nice. This is mild and it's smooth. I like this a lot. Again, thank you, Donna. I've abandoned the chat. So sorry. Aw. Yes, indeed. But you know what? I didn't go to work today. I took the day off because I could. And that's not going to be. That's going to be wrong. That's going to be a wrong guess. Turkish delight. Yes, that's what I was thinking. Though not Turkish delight, but a delightful Turkish coffee. We'll just say that. If you're just joining us, welcome in. Sorry I missed you in the chat, but thanks for being here. Oh, fantastic. Okay, let's move on. Let's play our game. I just got to find the intro. Can't play without the intro. And here it is, Chronophoto. For those not familiar, we're going to be shown 5 pictures. We have to guess in which year each picture was taken. The closer we are to the correct answer, the more points we get. A perfect answer, the correct answer rather, will get us 1,000 points. So a perfect score would be 5,000 points if we get all 5 pictures correct. We did that once. We're looking to do it again. Let me go to the game. Down at the bottom of the screen, is this slider. The earliest year that we can guess is 1900, not 1871. And the most recent year we can guess is last year, 2023. So I'll just put that there. Scroll down and be thankful we're starting with a color photograph. So take a look at that before I zoom in. It is an older tube television. I see a stereo. Lots of rubber duckies. I see a Rubik's Cube. I see a man that has tucked his t-shirt into his jeans. I see other tchotchke on the shelves. The shelving is a faux bamboo. There are floral images of framed artwork in the background. Plushes on the bed. Is that a bed or is that a futon? I don't know. Let's zoom in. I see Gumby. Let's start up top and see if we recognize anything. I think I see the game Candyland. I see what could be this gentleman's family in the picture, the framed picture. I see those teapots up there. On the second shelf, I see Garfield. What might be glass jars or candle covers, or are those the thing? Maybe poker chips? Is that what that thing is? I don't know. More frames? Hard to tell. Okay, looking at the TV. The nice 22-inch set here. I'm just guessing. Many of you know I'm a Detroit Lions fan. This looks like it could be a Detroit Lions game on the television. So it's probably a Sunday, 1 o'clock game because that's all they ever played until this, past year. They're getting some love now from the league. Anyway, it looks like they're wearing the Lions, that is. It looks like maybe it's the Lions versus Green Bay. And the Lions are wearing their throwback uniforms. Solid blue with white numbers, no names on the back. Plain silver helmets. This looks like it's being played in the Pontiac Silverdome. That looks like the AstroTurf of their old stadium. And they haven't played there since the 90s. Okay, so keep that in mind. I do see a date on this poster back here. I should have started with that. It says film on the poster. A film festival poster, and it says 1996 on there. Here's what I was thinking. I've lost the... I didn't lose anything. I've just not... Let me go to the comments. Oh, Dean's eating dinner. Enjoy your meal. All right. Looking at the chat here. Yeah, Lions. Okay. Crayons? I didn't see the crayons. Cynthia, welcome in. 1982. Let me call up... Let me call up this live stream on my other monitor here so I can look at the chat. All right. Great. All right. Zooming in. So 1996. It's at least 96. I don't think that. Here's what I was thinking. I don't know when the Lions started wearing those throwback uniforms. It was certainly during the 90s. Barry Sanders had an amazing year in 1997, and I think that's the year he broke 2,000 yards, rushing for 2,000 yards. In that game, in his final run of the game, it was against the Jets, though. He was heading toward that far corner of that end zone of the field, and it was like a 53-yard run. And I thought maybe this is that game. This is that highlight. It's a camera shot from the other end zone or something. But this looks like it might be a kickoff or something. And this is not a Barry Sanders highlight. And that other game may have been played in New Jersey. But I'm not sure. I don't remember that. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. Is that a coffee can? Maybe. That's the bottom of the picture. Everything in here is screaming late 90s to me. Mid to late 90s. Of course, the 1996 on the poster helps. Are there DVDs here? Is that what that is? I think it might be DVDs. There might be a DVD player among the electronics that he's messing with. Rubik's Cube, Madeleines under the bed or furniture. A green basketball, a butterfly-shaped pillow, a black Labrador plush, a pig. I think the pink thing by his back is a flamingo. I think we've had something like that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't tell us what year any of this is. There's a movie down here. Looks like maybe it's a movie or a book, maybe, but it might be a movie. But I can't tell what it is. But our clues are the television, what's on the television, the poster, what he's wearing. Is he wearing penny loafers? No. Doc Martens? Maybe. So, yeah. It could be 96. All right. Oh, a Babe the Pig plush. Oh, maybe. That was late 90s, right? Or was it mid 90s? Was that 97 that Babe came out? 98? I don't recall. VHS tape cabinet. So why doesn't this guy have DVDs? Let's see what you guys guessed. I'm going back. The first guess I see is Mark, who says 82. Dean says 71. He's gone, so I'm just going to say it. I don't think that's right. Jamie says 76. I think this is 90s. Rachel says 99. That's a great guess. John says 88. We have a 79. 70s. I don't think this is 70s. Nick says 97. I think I want to say 97. Nick in Virginia, welcome in. You say 98. It's right around there, I think. PTV says 97. I'm going 97. Here we go. Survey says 2001. What is this guy doing? Was I thrown off? Did anybody say that? Michelle said 99. I think Rachel said 99. Huh. Well, not the start I wanted. Still pretty good. Where was it? 708 points. Okay. Let's rebound. Here we go. It looks like we have a traveling swimming hole in the back of a truck in a neighborhood. Let's take a look at these vehicles. I think that's our big clue. This is such a photograph from far away. It's from so far away, rather. Let's take a look at these cars. Is that a tow truck towing this traveling swimming pool? This is probably New York. '60s or '70s, I can't really tell. It does look like there's a news crew. At least a guy with a giant camera on his shoulder on the back of this truck. Recognize that. If that's film, it's the '70s. If it's a video camera, it's the '80s, generally. If that's a news crew, because they used to use film for the news. Most of the kids are sitting on the side. Maybe this wasn't such a great idea. Maybe it's freezing. I don't know. What else? I can't really zoom in too close without losing resolution. This is the bottom left of the picture. This is the bottom right of the picture. The rightmost gentleman leaning against the tree. Looks like he's got some serious sideburns. That could be a clue. This one's difficult to nail down. Hair is longer on people. Late 60s to anywhere in the 70s. I don't think this is 80s. It could be the beginning of the 80s, but what do I know? I was way off on the first picture. Nothing up top. That's the top right of the photograph. Here's the top left. Okay, we have some flared pant legs there. Maybe a vest. Like dude in the middle of those three guys chatting. I think he's wearing a vest. I don't know what that gives us, but I think the automobiles. Well, is this a police car? That does not look 70s. That looks earlier. If that's indeed what that is, hard to tell for me. But these cars, I don't know. I don't see cell phones. Anyway, I think this, my guess, let me, 73. My guess is 73. I don't know why. Okay. Our first guess for this picture is, let me zoom out a bit. Oops. I think Mark has our first guess, 1969. It could very well be. We have 76, 67, 75, 74, 77, 65. I think this is, I said I think it's 73, but I don't really know. I don't have a good gauge on this. Wouldn't be surprised if it were later, like in the first picture we had. That was later than I thought. So maybe I should go later. Nick says 73. You know, Rachel was pretty close. She was just 2 years off. So was Michelle. Michelle said 75. Rachel said 77. I'm going 76. Here we go. 1976. And the survey says 849 points. 78, even later than I thought. That's the second picture in a row where I'm guessing too early. But our close guesser, we had Jamie had 76. Rachel had 77. Yeah. All right. Let's go. Let's move on. All right. Okay. All right. Here we go. I think this kid's playing Donkey Kong. And on what gaming unit, I'm not sure. It is not in television. Because that's the one I had in the early 80s. And I don't think it looked like that. So is that Atari or ColecoVision or something else? But he is playing Donkey Kong. That looks familiar to me. On a television in a floor cabinet. We all had those, right? Let's zoom in here. That looks like it might be by his knee a birthday hat. This might be a brand new birthday gift. But again, I can't tell. I can't tell what this is. Can't tell what's on his shirt. What's behind him there? That console or storage unit. Can't tell. But this television set might be, 10 years old. Or maybe it's brand new. So when did Donkey Kong become a thing? It was the early 80s. That was like 82, right? Maybe. I could be wrong. The way things are going tonight for me, could be 92. I don't know. What's between what's here? Bottle of something between the bar stool and the television. A figurine of a bird, flying bird, a crystal bird. A family portrait from Olin Mills. This, all the furniture in here is quite old. I mean, maybe at the time it wasn't, but like this carpeting, it's not Berber, or maybe it is. I don't know. I don't think so. It's not Berber. It's, just feels like it. Is this a basement? No, I think that's a window maybe behind the television. It's not a basement, though. That's kind of sad. Can we see what's on the shelf? Nope, that's the top of the picture. Other knickknacks, tchotchke. This might be a den or something. Maybe it's the family room next to the kitchen. And those bar stools face the kitchen. I'm not sure. 82. That's my guess. What do you guys have to say? Lee, welcome in. Thanks for hanging out with us. Okay. Who has our first guess? Mark, is this Atari? Is that what you're saying? Okay. Surf Bum, I think, might have our first guess with 82. The Atari VCS. I am not familiar with that. We didn't have Atari. We had in television. That looks like my parents' house. Donkey Kong, certainly. Also known as the Atari 2600. I think I have heard of that. Dean says 83. We have a 82, 81, another 81, 80, another 82. Love that Harvest Gold sculptured carpeting. I do not. I do. It's fun to see, but not to have. 82, 84, 82. A lot of 82s. 82 to 83. John says, my first time playing was in 81, stationed out in Wyoming. 81, so 82. Favorite game on Atari 2600 was Pitfall. A winner. Pitfall was fun. They had it for Intellivision. Michelle's parents had that carpeting. 82. I'm going 82. We had a lot of guesses for 82. Survey says, yes! We got it, finally. Well done, everybody. We're up to 2,500 points now. Let's go to our next picture. That's a nice picture. Is this Central Park? Could be. We have a sailor in the foreground with a very suspicious lady. She knows her picture's being taken. She's not a fan of it, but she'll allow it. So is this after World War II? Is it during World War II? The only other option is before World War II, isn't it? Okay, I'll stop. There's a cool fountain back there. I don't know where this is. I'm not familiar with Central Park much. It looks like this could be it. And I'm assuming this is a boat rental situation. I don't think all these New Yorkers have their own rowboats. But it's a beautiful day. Great day to be on leave. Let me zoom in on these two again. Yeah, she looks like she's a cast member of It's a Wonderful Life, so well, let's see what else we have here. It's trees, buildings, boats. Families. Rowing lessons. I find it interesting the sailor on leave chooses to spend his off day near water. It's not, though. It's his off day near his lady friend. All right, what do you guys have to say? Going back a bit. What's Circus Atari? I don't know that one. All right, I went back too far. I think John has our first guess, 1945. So, all right. Dean says 51. We have a 42. 42, 43. Go Navy. My father was Navy. World War II. 47, 48, 49. Mark says pre-World War II is my guess. Nick says 44. Noah looked up the fountain, the Bethesda fountain. Everyone's in boats except the sailor, yes. Nice day in summer after VJ Day? Maybe. We have some 45s in here. Let's guess 1945. Let me zoom out there. What? I'm going the wrong way. 1945. Survey says. Ooh, 42! Earlier than I thought. 777 points, though. Great guessing, everybody. Did we have a... Mark said 42. Okay. Rachel said 42. Wow. Good guessing. 3,300 points. We have one more picture, and it's a doozy. I don't know where this is. I certainly don't know when it is. But it's not recently. This is a mine of some sort. Let's zoom in here. On the right, we have what looks to be a uniform. Lots of mustaches. Okay. All right. I don't recognize the uniform. The guys in the mine are all wearing white. I don't think the laundromat is going to be happy with you. This could be Italy. It could be anywhere, but I'm looking at this guy here, and this guy looks like one of the guys guarding Michael Corleone when he was hiding out in Sicily. I guess that's why I'm saying Italy. Oh, here's somebody else with part of a uniform? I don't know. Oh, here's one. What am I? Well, that soldier's young. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at. I will be relying on the chat for this one. I won't even fathom a guess. No, I'll guess. No harm in guessing, right? So I will say... Oh, the whole village is gathered for the picture. What does that tell me? I don't know. 1920. I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, is it the Panama Canal? That's a good guess. So, in the time of Teddy Roosevelt. Good guessing. Okay. All right, let's see here. Our first guess in the chat comes from Rachel, who just got a bullseye last picture. 1910. We have a 1914, 1905, 1912. 1918. Okay. I mean, Rachel says she's usually not this close, but she is doing way better than I am today. We've got a 1925, 1913. Oh boy, I don't know. Let's Mark says 1904. He was also correct last time. I'll go 1904. I don't know any better. We'll try it. Here it is. Show me the money. No, not at all. 1916. Who said that? Jamie said 14. Paul said 1918. I don't know if anybody had 1916. That was difficult. We ended up with 3,500 points. I'm okay with that. We had fun playing. I hope you enjoyed today's game. I always do. It's fun to play with you guys. All right, let's take an intermission. I will be right back with my top 15 list about teachers in movies. I did that last year. This is going to be a little different than what I did last year. So I will see you in 37 seconds.
Class, come to order. Pay attention just once. We have a lesson to teach to the dunce. Is the candy good conviction?
Yeah, the baking is perfection.
Have we got a good selection?
We invite your close inspection.
Is the ice cream not delicious? Helpful, tasty, fun, nutritious. Is the popcorn crisp and healthful?
Yeah, and it is sure a mouthful.
Is the soda cold and fizzy?
Vitamins keep the bubbles busy.
Ah, that's good. The lesson is learned. The trip's the sweet spot you have earned. Now is time for intermission. Treat yourself to some nutrition.
All right, last year I had a top 15 list on this day. And it wasn't my list, it was Fandango.com, the movie website. And they listed the top 15 teachers in movies. And I think they were, I don't know how they made their list. I don't remember, just popularity or what a great character they were. I don't know how. I remember the number one was Mr. Hand from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Michelle Pfeiffer's character was on there from Dangerous Minds, and others, like that. Well, I wanted to do something with teachers, and I love movies, so I thought I can think of more teachers. Now, maybe they're not the main characters in the movie. They're supporting characters, or maybe they're barely in the movie at all. These are the first 15 I thought of. So today's list are my top 15 other teachers from movies that were not on last year's list. So these aren't the most popular or famous, but I'm going to show you their names, and maybe you know who these characters are. Some of them are a real deep dive, but I thought of them, so if that's a clue, more power to you. All right, so the first teacher on our list is Mr. Turkentine. I'll monitor the chat. I'll take sips of my Turkish coffee. Yeah, Cameron Diaz was in last year's list as well. Oh, Sherry's here. Welcome in. Mr. Turkentine. I won't spend forever on this. It's already 7:53. Aw. Thank you. Mark's got it. Yes. This is the teacher from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I don't know the actor's name. He wasn't in a lot of things. But here he is. You recognize him, right? 2? I can't do just 2. Anyway, that's that. All right. Moving on. This is from a movie I have never seen, but I remember the commercials, and there was a music video of a song from this movie from the band 38 Special. Let that be your clue. And here's another, because this is, I would not know this. I had to look up the character's name to put it on the board here. Is that Mr. Turkentine? Thank you. This guy, Mr. Gower, was played Herbert Gower from, thank you, IMDb. Herbert Gower was played by Richard Mulligan. I think he was just dressed like a pharmacist. He made the world's best wart remover. No idea. Yeah, this is a deep dive. I'll show you. I never saw this movie, but I remember the commercials, and I remember the music video from 38 Special. This is a movie called Teachers. Yes, Richard Mulligan was on Empty Nest. He was also in... he was in a movie we watched a lot as kids. Anyway, he's in this. He played a teacher who was... I didn't see the movie. I'm just guessing here. He would dress up. He was a history teacher, and he would dress up as Washington. I think he dressed up as maybe Wild Bill Hickok, and he was eccentric. He was a substitute and wasn't supposed to be there, says Dean. Yes, from Soap. Man, there was a movie, Scavenger Hunt, the movie Scavenger Hunt, which had an just a huge ensemble cast. And I remember that being on cable all the time, but he was very funny in that. And he teamed up with Scatman Crothers, and he was quite funny in that movie. So anyway, I remember in the music video they would show clips from the movie, and it looked like he was goofy. So, but I've always remembered that, but had never seen the movie. Nick Nolte was in it. I think Morgan Freeman was in it. And I only know that because when I looked up that picture, I saw those guys. Okay, number 13, Philip Barbet. And I put his first name in there because he's referred to as Philip by a co-teacher. And I don't know if he's a professor. I think maybe he is because this is a college instructor. This movie has, I can't give you the star, it'll give it away. Robert Downey Jr. is in it. Well, Mark's got it. Yes. This is the Rodney Dangerfield movie, Back to School. Here he is in the middle. I don't remember the actor's name, but I think he just passed away a few years ago. I think he was in an episode or two of Friends. Mar, I understand. Mr. Gower was the pharmacist. Mr. Gower was also the name of the Richard Mulligan's teacher. Yes. And then he made George's ear bleed because he was hitting him. Anyway, there's Rodney Dangerfield on the left, and then Ned Beatty, who played the dean of the college, Dean Martin, which was a joke in there. And so he was, so this guy, Philip, was the target of some jokes in the movie. He was, I don't know if there was a villain in the movie, but anyway. Number 12, Ms. Norbury. This might be the most famous character on this list. No, it's not. It's not. There's another one, but I'll leave this on here for a moment. Ms. Norbury was a math teacher in this movie. I haven't really thought of Scavenger Hunt in a long time, but I would enjoy seeing it again. I loved it as a kid. It was so funny. I would love to see if it's still funny. You know what I mean? Yes, Ms. Norbury is from Mean Girls. Tina Fey, who wrote the screenplay based on the book Queen Bees, and I don't remember the name of the book. But yeah, there she is, Ms. Norbury. Sponsor of the Mathletes. All right. Back to the list. Number 11, Paul Hunham. This is the most recent movie on the list. And my wife and I saw this movie and thoroughly enjoyed it a couple of months ago, right before we wanted to see it before the Academy Awards were out. And I would imagine Nick knows this, and he does. Yes, The Holdovers. That was a great movie. That was of the movies we saw that were nominated for Academy Awards, maybe our favorite movie. Paul Giamatti. By the way, did you know Paul Giamatti's dad used to be the commissioner of baseball? A. Bartlett Giamatti. I knew they had the same last name. I didn't know They were related, yes. And he was a professor, I believe. A Bartlett Giamatti, that was. Anyway, so Paul Giamatti is not a professor, but he plays one in the movies. And this was awesome. It was funny, and it takes place in the 70s. And the filmmaker, Alexander Payne, I saw an interview, and he wanted this movie. Of course, they have props, and the wardrobe is all about the 70s, but he wanted it to be shot like a movie in the 70s, like with wide shots that would zoom in and stuff. It's just, when you watch it, you can see the hallmarks of 70s movie making in this movie. It was really quite interesting. Okay, we got two here for number 10, Mr. Hall and Ms. Geist. And I put them together. They're in the same movie because at the end of the movie, they become a couple. Let that be your clue. Unless you don't have a clue. And that's another clue. PTV's got it. Yes. Clueless. These are the teachers that Cher and the other, I don't remember the characters' names, but it's inconceivable. Sean Wallace, is that his name? No, I can't think of his name. Anyway, and I don't know the actress's name, but they're both teachers at that high school, and the main character brings them together, and I think they actually get married at the end. So, yes, fantastic. All right, I'm not even going to wait for guesses on this one. Even if you've never seen a Harry Potter movie, you know Alan Rickman's character, Severus Snape, who you think is a villain. That's all I'll say. Why? I'm worried about spoilers here. If you haven't seen it by now. Anyway, what are you going to do? All right, here's another deep cut, but it's a movie I have seen a lot. Number 8 on the list is Dr. Woodward. Dr. Woodward is barely a supporting character, but he does have some lines. I will say this is a movie directed by J.J. Abrams. And it's a movie about movie making, sort of. If anybody gets this, I'll be surprised. If you don't get it without looking it up. But Nick has it. I don't know if you looked it up or not, but indeed, yes, the movie Super 8, which is about a group of kids that make their own Super 8 films. In this movie, they're making a zombie movie. And this is a teacher at their school, and he derails a train with his pickup truck. And that's why he looks like that. He survives the wreck, of course. And there he's talking to the kids, like, get out of here, go away. Dean liked this movie. So did I. I liked it a lot. It's very Spielbergish. And it's kind of Stranger Things before Stranger Things. Yeah, it's I like it. Kyle, I don't remember the actor's name. Kyle. Why do I even start? Chandler. Kyle Chandler, is that his name? He's in it. Noah Emmerich is in it. And others. I'm sorry, I can't think. All right. Let's move on. Number 7, Mr. Fletcher. A teacher, perhaps a great teacher in this movie, but you hate him. I'll leave it there. I don't even know if he's ever called Mr. Fletcher in the movie. He might just be called Fletcher, and I don't believe he's a professor. He is a teacher of the arts. One art in particular. All right. Music. Not Footloose, but a great guess. This is a more recent movie within the last 10 years. Nick's got it. Yes. Whiplash. J.K. Simmons. What a jerk. I mean, he played it well. He played it so well, I think he won an Academy Award for the performance. But, yeah, he was didn't like him. I honestly didn't like the movie very much because it was so mean. Next, number 6, another deep dive. I love this movie, but this character, I had to look up the name. I don't even know if the name is mentioned. Miss Whimsy. I will say this about the movie to help you out. This is a movie based on a musical that was based on a movie. I'll say that again. This movie that I'm thinking of is based on a musical that was based on a movie. Mark's got it. Mark nailed it. Hairspray. And there are the original Hairspray movie, which I've never really saw. And they made a Broadway musical out of that. And from that, they made this movie in 2007, which starred Michelle Pfeiffer and John Travolta and Christopher Walken. And this lady, who I believe is a Canadian actress, and I recognize her from the show Dino Dan. And I believe she plays Dan's grandmother. And that's a Canadian show. So I'm guessing this actress is Canadian. But she's barely in Hairspray, but I remember her. And that's what this list is all about. The top 15 teachers that weren't on last year's list that Jim could remember. Number 5, Bernie Kropp, I believe is how you say that last name. And I had to look up the last name because in this movie, a movie I love, I was more familiar with his first name. And I don't know if his last name is mentioned, but it was on IMDb. And if I tell you that this is a Pixar movie, will that help? Is he bald? Yes, he is. Don't Bernie me! If that helps you. Oh, isn't he the Doctor on Love Boat? Almost. It is Bernie. Last name begins with K, isn't it? Yes. Yes, this is the teacher from The Incredibles that catches Dash putting a tack on his chair, but he can't prove it, even though he has video footage of it. I love The Incredibles. Bernie is the only name I remember from that. Bernie Koppel, that's right. He was also in Get Smart, wasn't he? Number 4, this is a real person, but he was just played in a movie within the last year. So maybe this is the most recent movie. This and The Holdovers, right around the same time. But this was a real professor. This was the mentor of our title character. Oh, he was in Bewitched? I don't recall that. I'll get the picture ready. You know, they made a Get Smart movie, and he had a cameo. Mark says the nuclear scientist guy. I think so. I think he was a nuclear scientist or a physicist, or I'll be honest, I don't know. That movie confused me. And the movie I'm talking about is Oppenheimer. And Kenneth Branagh played Oppenheimer's mentor, what was his name? Neil Bohr. He was a Dutch guy. Neil Bohr is referenced on The Big Bang Theory also. I did not know that. I've never really watched The Big Bang Theory. But I did see the Bare Naked Ladies in concert, and they wrote the theme song for that show, and I saw them perform that in concert. I did see Oppenheimer. It's long and good, but I preferred The Holdovers. The voice of Bernie Kropp was also the voice of Linguini in Ratatouille. How about that? Oh, he was he studied in quantum mechanics. Thanks, everybody. Number 3 on our list, Mr. Harrington. This is from a Marvel movie. This is a deep dive. But I thought of the character. I thought, oh, that's a teacher. So I had to look up what his name was, and I put him on the list. I do have a picture. Mr. Harrington. It's such a... I see that, and I think one day at a time. But that's Pat Harrington, and that wasn't even the character's name. That was the actor's name. Anyway. There were a couple of teachers in this particular Marvel movie. Marvel/Sony. Mr. Fulton Mraz. That's right. Spider-Man Homecoming. There we go. Martin Starr, another Canadian actor. Was there a movie titled Mr. Harrington? I don't know. This is the teacher that took him on a field trip to Washington, D.C. Yes, Martin Starr was also in the TV show Silicon Valley, which I liked a lot. Mr. Harrigan's Phone. Oh, I see. Not Harrington. I gotcha. All right. Let's get back to the list. We're at number 2, Ira Kane. I don't know if he's a professor. I don't even know if he's a real teacher. But he was in this movie. And this movie that I'm thinking of, I've seen it a few times. I've seen it many times, actually. And this movie, I think, would have been a bigger hit if it wasn't released around 9/11. Ira Kane. How does Nick and Mark, they both know this? That surprises me. Yes, David Duchovny played Ira Kane in the movie Evolution. And this is just at the very beginning of the movie. I think the intro credits are still rolling when we see this. He's a former military guy who was dishonorably discharged, and he became a community college teacher in Arizona, and that's where the movie begins. But it's a funny movie. It's Ivan Reitman, and it's a lot like Ghostbusters. Instead of ghosts, these are aliens. And there's a goofy team of characters going out to try to take care of the alien problem, much like the goofy guys take care of the ghost problem. It's a lot like that. Ivan Reitman. But I think that movie was hurt by the timing of its release. Number 1 is Mr. Miyagi. You know Mr. Miyagi. It's he's not even certified as a teacher, but he was a teacher, and it's what I thought of. And this was right before my live stream, so I had to hurry up. Yes, Pat Morita. In at least 2 Karate Kid movies, played Mr. Miyagi, and here he is teaching Daniel-san how to catch flies with chopsticks. I don't think he actually taught him that. Or did he? No, he did. He did teach him that. Oh, yes, and he was on Happy Days, and he was in a movie with Jay Leno where they played cops in Detroit, and I don't even remember the name of the movie. It was released in the 80s. Pat Morita and Jay Leno were partners. I don't remember the name of that movie. I think I saw it when it was first on home video and didn't think much of it. I mean, that's, I think, why Jay Leno hasn't been in more movies. He's not an actor. He's a stand-up. He's a comedian. All right. That's my list. Happy Teacher Appreciation Day, if that's what it's called. I'm not even sure. I want to thank everybody for being here. Hope you had fun with this collision course. As soon as I saw it, I knew it. Thank you, Nick. Collision course, yes. That's funny. Mr. Hand didn't make this list because he was on last year's list. And the teachers on this, I had a list last year, and Mr. Hand was number 1 on last year's list. So check out my live stream from last May. I think it was May 7th. Mr. Hand is on that list. Thanks, Jamie. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I'll be back next week with another show, another list, more coffee, another game. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on another Tuesday. I have fun. I hope you do too. Until next time, I will see you around the chats. Maybe. All right. Bye, everybody.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.